Oh, I was just gonna be me on here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My name's Elizabeth, aka Lizzy B, and I have a blog, PressPlae. PressPlae is also a blog, but all the way around, PressPlae is a blog that features local talent. It's a platform where artists can flourish. In high school, I got involved with TV production, which later on led into my college interest in TV production. I went to Norfolk State University. I was very involved in the station's closed circuit TV station. So I did the concerts backstage. I did a lot of interviews around campus. We had a campus show that I was on. And post-college, after I finished my master's degree, I always wanted to have a blog. I always wanted to help people. And I always wanted to do video, but I did not know exactly how to link those three together. Until one day I woke up in the morning and PressPlae was on my mind. I wanted to have a blog because in school at Norfolk State, I learned as a mass media guru, or the mass media guru that I am becoming, you need to be personable. And one of the ways to be personable is have presence online, whether that be through social media or blogging. Blogging and social media pretty much go hand in hand because social media is kind of like a smaller version of a blog. So I also found it very interesting that people were interested in whatever the bloggers were putting out. So that's basically what PressPlae is. Although it is for local talent, it's definitely local talent that I favor, people that I like, people that I definitely want to grow. I highlight on my blog. I highlight art and art, all forms. So that's music, photography, painting, fashion, food, anything that's cool in the area. I really feel like this area isn't publicized the way that it should be. I feel like there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of good things that are happening here, but it's just not promoted like it should be. So that's just my goal, to kind of show people that Norfolk isn't just a military base, but it's also a place where you can grow career-wise. It's growing at a pace right now that sooner or later, I would say within the next 5 to 10 years, it'll probably be something totally different than what it is today. And I definitely want to be a part of that group. Local Love was pretty awesome. Local Love was a reflection of PressPlae. So basically it was PressPlae in real life. It was just a platform for local artists to come through. They bought space, they sold their merchandise, I had events, networking events. It was basically just a place where people can come, meet each other, and cross-brand. It was open from May 2nd through August 31st. And we had a blast. We had food trucks. Like I said, we had small-scale events. I met so many people through Local Love. We had a floor mural. It was a really dope experience, basically because I came into Local Love as a one-man band and came out with a posse. The best advice that I've received, not just right now, but throughout my career, throughout life, is just to keep going. It can become very discouraging. I get discouraged. Anybody that's on the road to success is going to get discouraged, and even when you achieve success, you're still going to be discouraged. But the bottom line is to keep going, because I never want to be that person that when I'm like 60, I'm like, man, I should have, I could have, I would have, but I didn't. What inspires me? The community. PressPlae is a community-based blog. The community is what inspires me for content, for ideas, for future endeavors that I want to take on. The community's growing, so I'm growing. And also, another thing that motivates me It's just the fact that there are so many people out here trying to get themselves out there. And there's so many talented people that have great crafts. They're great at what they do. However, they don't know how to effectively market themselves. So that's where PressPlae comes in. My keys to success have been humility. You have to maintain a level of humbleness when you're working with people. You have to show people that you care, especially with PressPlae. I have to show artists that I'm interested in what they have going on. Being steadfast, being motivated, positivity, and never become too cocky. Let that ego, let it go. It's something that I'm struggling with as well, but you know, you have to always be open to learning. Don't let your ego get in the way of your growth, and it can if you allow it to. So one big thing that I've noticed is, for myself, I never stop learning. And the day that I believe that I stop learning is the day that I start just losing what there is to gain. So there's always room for growth. You can always meet people. Don't ever feel like you've met enough people and you really don't need to meet anybody else. Everybody brings something different to the table, even if it's somebody that plays a banjo. You know what I mean? How can you cross brand with this individual? How can you and this individual grow together and encourage other people to grow? Always look to how you can become better at what you do. Never be content at where you're at. Wow, honestly, for somebody coming into town and asking me where they should go, I would honestly say go to PressPlae.tumblr.com, because that's where the events are. But there's a lot of cool places. Savor the Olive. They have a variety of different organic olive oils. Handsome Biscuit, they serve everything on sweet potato biscuits. The Norfolk Better Block is something that's also big. This is its third time in Norfolk. They revitalized neighborhoods in the area, and actually with the Arts District, that's kind of what gave it the kickstart, the Better Block. People were able to come and see what it could be, and that's what, like I said, was the stepping stone to what it is today. I've done the Tempest. It's funny because I have a large amount of videos, but I can't remember any of them that I've done. I've done videos on Local Love, Billy Mercury. Go to PressPlae.tumblr.com and I got what you need. In a different place. Not necessarily state or city, but higher than what I am now. I don't know. Like I said, I've had the blog, I've had the store, I currently have a show on Cox, so hopefully from that maybe I can get some contract work. I do freelance video on the side. I don't know, I just want to be bigger than what I am, and not necessarily bigger than what I am in a famous way. I want to be known, but I definitely want to have some sort of impact on the community. So I prefer to be behind the scenes, but I just want people to know what PressPlae is. If you don't know me, just at least know the brand, know the logo, know the name, and know that it is a place where you can find happenings, not just in Norfolk, but in Hampton Roads and even the DMV area. That's what I aspire to do, grow into the whole DMV area. My legacy, it's crazy because it's like, I always look at those types of questions as, what do I want? And although that's a legitimate question, like I said, the goal of PressPlae is to help others. So not necessarily, I guess, not my legacy, but more so what I've created, that legacy. I would just want it to be helpful. It was very helpful. It gave Norfolk and the area a different light. Of course, I want to be known as being somebody that was a genuine person. But for the most part, it's not necessarily about me. It's about what I can do for others. So I would love the legacy to just be helpful. Not just music, but in art, as I stated, in all forms. So that's what it turned into.
That's what they're getting my senses going on.
I'm gonna put them in the bathroom. I don't. This is what they do.